From Working Title Headquarters in Baltimore, Maryland, it's ITRS with Jordan BDJ Taylor. Tonight's guest, owner of 12 Rounds, Reggie Baylor. And recording artist, L. Rogers Jr. And now for your host of ITRS, BDJ.
It's your boy BDJ, aka BD from the county, aka the voice of the county, aka I see the game like Romo, aka I see the game like Lamar, aka shout out to Fresh Starts and New Beginnings. And you are tuned in to episode 25, the Reggie Bush episode of Inside the Rapper Studio, season 2. Yeah, man, it's been a long season, a long grind, but we're here at the season finale. I can't believe this shit myself, to be honest with you. 25 weeks, not straight. Of course, there's been some weeks off. There's been some audible shout out to Score, shout out to Ev. But at the end of this whole experience, getting to talk to so many people, getting to hear so many stories, share so many lives, break news, I'm humbled, man. I'm humbled. I'm grateful to Score. Shout out to Score Swayze. Shout out to the Working Title. Shout out to the fourth quarter. Shout out to Black Hill. Shout out to everyone that has helped make this a reality for me. You know what I mean? As far as season 3, not sure who the host gonna be. It might be your boy. I might be back. Me and Score gotta go do some contract negotiations, but it's not an Aaron Rodgers Green Bay contract negotiation type situation. It's a Lamar Jackson Ravens type situation. Like, we know we're gonna be rocking with each other. It's just what does it look like going forward? So, and all that being said, man, it's graduation season. We're recording this is May 27th. My godbrother just graduated from high school. You feel me? A lot of people I know just graduated from college, from university. So it's graduation season. What does that mean for you? What does that mean in your life? What are you graduating from, or what are you graduating to? What do you deserve? What do you plan to do? Who do you plan to be? You know what I mean? All these questions are crucial, and don't let them fill you with anxiety or dread. Walk into them confidently as we go to summer in the fall in the winter, and then the cycle repeats itself. Just make sure that you know who you are, you know who you is. Yeah. All that being said, great episode today. Got my guy Reggie, Mr. 12 Rounds. Then I got a plane to catch, you feel me? Score told me take the rest of the episode off. So got Reggie coming up, and Score gonna come through with a very special episode. We're gonna interview L. Rogers Jr. And yeah. We're going to bring it home the same way we brought it in. Some goddamn great interviews, some good laughs, some good fun. I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Stay tuned as always. You want a lot more of me. Add BD from the county on all social medias. Make sure you check out the Working Title. Make sure you check out ITRS. Make sure you check out the fourth quarter. Make sure you check out Black Hill. All the dope shit we got going on, man. It's going to be a fun summer. I'm excited to be outside. Hopefully, some of these interviews y'all see me knock down in the future will be face to face and not on Zoom, but we had a lot of fun. So with that being said,
got it hazy in the booth, it's hard to see in this bitch. And in the lab, I'm steady cooking Lil B in this bitch. And all my diamonds white like yayo, got a key on my wrist. I get the pussy, make it stretch like Monkey D on the bitch. Hey, look, what? Where the cash at? Put the dollar sign in front my name like it's the cash app. Smoking, get her open, so I rolled aloud and passed that. Had to change my number, bitches stalking like the NASDAQ.
I never heard of you guys before. But hey, check this out, y'all. Season finale. Y'all know, if y'all been watching all season, y'all know that from time to time, some of my good friends stop by the Rapper Studio. Not to say that the people that I haven't met or interviewed for the first time on the show aren't my good friends, because we all family now at this point, whether you like it or not. I'm coming through masked up or vaxxed up, whatever it may be, to get some potato salad this summer. But I say all that to say this. We got my guy, my dog, the one and only, Reggie Baylor III, a.k.a. Mr. 12 Rounds.
You feel me? And here, Mr. 1-2, add that up, you get 3 for real. And this is gonna be 3 for real, you feel me? So you already know what it is.
So how you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling great, bro. I'm feeling great. I'm over here, you feel me, working on some shit already dropped for real. So feeling great. I just got back from Vegas 2 days ago. Vegas was great, you feel me? It was crazy, bro. Niggas got pulled over by the police for real. My man's told me, my bro told me, he said, bro, I feel like the only reason I ain't go to jail is because of you. And I put the police officer on with 12 rounds, bro.
Really?
Like, bro, it was crazy, my nigga. Like, they pulled us over, 2 black guys in a vehicle with expired Oklahoma tags in Vegas for real. You feel me? So you pull us over and shit, ask for our IDs for real. I'm digging in my bag trying, you feel me, get the shit out. But I had a plastic bag full of wristbands on me. So I'm like, let me just pull this out so he don't think I got drugs or nothing on me for real. Pull that shit out. He like, oh, you handing out wristbands? Like, yeah, you feel me? Like, it's my brand for real. Oh, what's your brand? I'm 12 rounds, you feel me? No matter what fight you're put up against in life, no matter how hard or how many times you get knocked down, get back up, keep swinging, finish the fight. Other words, like you saw, so what, keep swinging. He was like, oh yeah, I like that, blah, blah, blah. Gave him the background story on it for real. He started asking me about my heart surgery and all that shit. And he like, by the time him and his partner went to talk and everything, you feel me, it was gravy, you feel me? My man's had warrants on him, bro. He had warrants for fucking traffic violations. Like I say, tags expired, and this nigga ain't had no fucking insurance, bro.
Hey, yo, so it should have been a wrap.
They could have easily, you feel me? Yeah, no, y'all got pull over there, hop out, you feel me? All that shit for real, you feel me? But
now you got 12 rocking 12, yo. It's poetic.
I got 12, fuck 12, but I still put 12 on with the 1, 2.
But look, you kind of touched on that a little bit, talking about your story, talking about the heart surgery, all that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about that, because you know every episode of Inside the Rapper Studio gotta have an origin story. So
Yeah.
the floor is yours, bro.
Yo, my story, man, is just, you feel me? My life is no different than everybody else's for real. I've been through a unique ass experiences for real that other people may have gone through, other people may not have gone through for real, you feel me? Open heart surgery, losing loved ones, you feel me? Depression, anxiety, all that type of shit, you feel me? But I don't know, just throughout life for real, I always look into myself to kind of find that strength within, you feel me? And I look within myself to find that strength, and I look outside to find that reason of, you feel me, why I should just keep on going for real. And so just through that, it was like, man, I can just, you feel me, I can just inspire other people, you feel me? Or maybe I can inspire other people, help other people, you feel me, get through the bullshit and of life for real, you feel me? So that's what it was, you feel me? That's my story, bro, you feel me? In short, you feel me?
You underselling it. So
listen.
So if y'all watched the last episode, y'all know why TK was on here, and he said I gave him his first interview.
No, shout out to him, yo. Shout out to him, yeah.
Shout out to the bro. But also back in that same era, I did an interview with Reggie. I don't know where, it's not on the internet no more. It's long gone. But yeah, bro, you undersold your story. I say that because I remember you talking about how you came up with the name 12 rounds. I remember you talking about the power of the number 12. I remember you talking about the literal story. You was at practice and you laughed like.
So running cross country for real, 10th grade. I was just having chest pains and shit. And so my mother, she wanted we went to my pediatrician for real, because I had chest pains when I was a kid, you feel me? And they just gave me a asthma pump for it. But never had asthma, you feel me? I never like passed out, none of that for real. And I was a real active ass kid. But so just from having chest pains, went to my pediatrician couldn't detect anything abnormal for real. She recommended we go to a cardiologist. So went up Johns Hopkins, they did a sonogram and everything. Cardiologist found that I had an enlarged hole in my heart, and I had ventricles or veins, whatever you want to call them for real, that wasn't connected to the left side of my heart. So blood that was supposed to pump into my lungs as oxygen was just pumping back into my heart for real. So my heart was bigger than what it was supposed to be, doing half the work it was supposed to do. Like I said, this is my 10th grade year. They said that I could either wait until the summer I was going to college to get this surgery done, or I could get it done this summer. Me, I like to get shit out the way for real. I don't see a point in waiting if I don't have to for real. And so we got June 28th, 2012. I had my open heart surgery for real. When they did the surgery, they found out that the hole got bigger, and it was a second hole that started forming behind the first one that they found. So thank God for that. After the surgery, you feel me? After they removed the tubes from my body and shit, my right lung had fucking collapsed for real. They found that out doing an X-ray. Like they would cut like, bro, I was getting X-rays like clockwork, my nigga. Like 4 or 5 in the morning, they would come. I'm still half asleep. You feel me? Getting the fucking X-ray done for real, but that's how they found that shit out. So they had to put the tubes back into my lungs, you feel me? Just so that they could stabilize themselves and shit. But yeah, you feel me? That's me. You feel me? That's just my life. You feel me? That's just one thing that I've been through for real. I hear people say shit that I feel like, man, I don't know how the fuck you went through that. You feel me? But more story though, more background on 12 rounds. My mother shot in the leg with a straight bullet as a teen parent. You feel me? My brother stabbed in the chest, fucking like right here for real. You feel me? Doing the fight and shit for real. One of the most loyal niggas I know for real. My grandmother shot 3 times in the head, point blank range, right here with a fucking revolver. You feel me? Survived. So I don't got my black one on, but family of fighters, man. You feel me? Family is essential to each and every individual that's in life. You feel me? And everybody that walked this motherfucking earth go through hard fucking times for real. You feel me? And you can't compare this shit. You feel me? Because we are individuals for real. So how we may feel or go through something or take some shit will never be the same as somebody else for real. So the only thing that matters is that we still wake up every day and give life what the fuck we got for it. So shit.
Hey, that's strong, bro. Score would say he get that a round of applause right there.
Yeah.
What about why is it the number 12 though? Because I know that you real big on numbers, real big on numerology. And you just
so
go ahead.
12 came randomly. 12 came just sitting in my room. Like I said, I wanted to do something before it was 12 rounds of Life Goes On, which is my life motto for real. But then I saw something. I had to change everything for real. But so I was sitting in my room. I kept writing. What was I writing? Finish the fight in one of my sketchbooks. And so I'm just sitting in my room, TV off for real, just me and my sketchbook and my thoughts. And I looked up. If I was in my room, I'll be able to show you. But looked up at this Muhammad Ali poster that I had on my wall, and I was just like, fight, finish the fight, finish the fight, motivational, something. Like everybody was talking about the fight of life, keep fighting, blah, 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 keep fighting. Like, hey, fucking 12 rounds. Boom, you feel me? So I came up with the name first, and then so after that, I just randomly started seeing the number 12. It was like, oh, why the fuck am I seeing this shit everywhere, yo? Like, looked it up. Oh, perfect, complete. Yo, what the whole, like, the universe. I'm like, damn, it opened my eyes to like how much fucking 12 controls everything for real. I was like, bro, what the nigga, 12 rounds is 12 letters. Reggie Baylor is fucking 12 letters. You feel me? Bro, what? I just took it and ran with it for real. You feel me? But it makes, bro, I don't know. You know how like people say manifestation for real. Like you really paint your own reality for real. You feel me? Like whatever your mind chooses to focus on is what reality will bring to you. You feel me? So I don't know if it be that, or I don't know if it's like if it's some real shit. Cause even other people be like, no, bro, I be seeing 12 all the time. Like the way I be adding shit up, other people be out here adding shit up for real and all that. Like it's crazy, it's weird, but 12 shit.
What's keeping you motivated right now? What is like driving you to keep creating? Because you've been doing this a minute. And again, you said you had a thing with starting things and not finishing them, but you one of the most consistent people I know. So
I appreciate that, yo. Right now, yo, it's I have to say my niggas, bro. Like, because I'm seeing them starting to, you feel me, get on this type of shit that I've been trying to get them on for real. Like, bro, we can do this. You could be doing this. You feel me? Like, bro, come on. You feel me? Like, nigga, we all play a role in shit for real. And so, like, seeing niggas just start getting excited about shit, getting deeper into like their fields and learning new skills and all that type of shit for real. Like, just the motivation and the energy that I have in my circle. You feel me? That's the shit that be keeping me going, bro. I know that they looking at me as like, you feel me, the one that's in front. You feel me? Even we don't ever talk like that for real. You feel me? But we all have the understanding for real. But so it's just like, man, I gotta do it. I gotta do it because I want to put these niggas on, yo. You feel me? Because I don't dream big, fight harder, bro. You feel me? I hate to see a motherfucker miss out on that dream, bro. You feel me? And so for me to see myself or be aware that I'm getting closer to mine, you feel me? Knowing that I don't want to be fucking with no new group of people for real and all that type of shit. I'd rather put my niggas on, you feel me? So, like, the fact that they starting to like just get on this shit. You feel me? Like, nah, we gonna keep it going, fellas. You feel me? If y'all got the momentum, fuck it. I'm gonna accelerate even more for real. So now y'all gotta catch up.
And that's it, bro. That's the same thing I see when I look at the fourth quarter, when I look at the working title, when I look at Black Year, with this the places I'm a part of and blessed to be a part of. It's like I want to win, but as much as I want to win, I want to make sure I'm doing right by you. You feel me? I want to make sure, like I used to. This is my work shirt from back when I was in college. I used to work for the athletics department. We'd be doing stuff like moving tables, like up and down the arena and shit, like crazy stuff. And I'm not the strongest, biggest guy, so I'd be tired. But my mentality was always, if the people I'm on the shift with not quitting, I'm not gonna be the one to quit. But
who the fuck would you be if they give up and you see them still going?
You feel me? I wouldn't be able to live with myself.
Right.
But you mentioned it. You alluded to it. You said dream big, fight harder. For those that don't know, me and Reggie, me and Mr. 12 Rounds collabed on a piece of I want to say a piece of sportswear, streetwear, but we collabed on a hoodie. I don't know why I'm trying to be fancy and switch it up with a jargon. We collabed on a hoodie, the green with the red with the white, dream big, fight harder. But hey, that joint sold out. Happy to say, proud to say. Shout out everybody that bought one. Shout out everybody hitting me up about them. So yeah, man, what is it? We got that in the rearview now. I know I'm proud of it. I know I'm just ecstatic. It was cool to even do that, to materialize something like that had been in my mind for a minute. So what are your thoughts on that? Was you had that in the rearview?
Bro, that was it was great, bro. It was a great fucking experience for real. I did a collab in the past with Acrylic Matter, my man JT, but this was the first collab that I had a real big hand in it for real. We actually had the product, like the physical product and shit. Just seeing like where it went, seeing like where our product traveled, bro. Seeing how many people fuck with it. Bro, I don't like all that shit, bro. I just be like, damn, like, you feel me? That shit just be crazy, bro. It just be crazy. It's like people took their hard-earned money for real.
Yeah.
On this, you feel me? And then it's not only did they spend it, they fucking wear that shit, bro. They wake up in the morning, you feel me? They take a shower, brush their teeth, all that, figure out what the fuck they gonna do today. And when they start putting their outfit together, they be like, I'm gonna wear this. I'm gonna wear
that green hoodie.
You feel me? It's like, what the fuck? And then to see all the people with the wristbands on and shit too, it's like meaningful, bro. That shit is meaningful.
I feel like having that mentality, that I can say that we both have that grateful mentality of none of this shit was promised, none of this shit was a given, all this shit a blessing, all this shit is, you feel me? We could have easily dropped the collab and niggas been like, that shit whack, I'm not buying it, or been like, well, that shit hard, but I'm not buying it, or you know, so for the shit to sell out.
Sold out.
But I say that to say that's a hoodie.
That's a hoodie.
We're recording this on May 27th, so it's kind of hot outside. Memorial Day. So by the time y'all see this, it'll be the day after Memorial Day, June 1st. I don't know about y'all, but in Baltimore, Maryland, where we at, not a lot of niggas wearing hoodies past June. You feel me? So that being said, bro, I think we gotta do it one more time.
One more again. Run it back.
Then we gotta do something for them in a t-shirt variety.
Yeah, I'm with that.
So we'll see. You feel me? With that being said, though, what else you got planned? What else you got coming next?
Man, so look, man, you feel me? Before we even hop on the call for real, I've been working on these working on getting a promo advertising rate for some hats that I'm ready to drop for real. You feel me? Don't throw in the towel, man. I mean, it's ready to be a hot summer. It's ready to be a hot motherfucking summer. These towels soft, cool as shit. I ain't sweating because I'm in the AC for real. But, man, you throw it around your neck, bro. Or matter of fact, say you outside for real, you need to wash your hands and shit. You go wash your hands, you don't got paper towel. But you got your towel though.
The whole towel commercial.
It's ready to be hot outside, like I said, for real. Dip this shit in some ice cold water for real. Throw it around your neck. Matter of fact, or you could just do it like this. You feel me?
Oh.
And I promise you, this shit keeps you cool, bro. I'm not a salesman. I don't try to sell people on shit. Buy it if you want, don't. You feel me? If you don't, it's on you for real. I'm gonna wear this shit. I know other people that's gonna wear this shit. But yo, it's gonna keep you cool as fuck. It's gonna keep your neck. Yeah, you feel me? 12 round shit. And I got a t-shirt ready to drop for y'all for real. I got new business cards. I handed out more business cards in Vegas than I handed out in Baltimore. I still got my motherfucking membership shit up and going for real. It's people that been copping it. There's a lot of people that have it for real just because they don't know what it is. But you feel me? I don't fault y'all for that.
I was about to say, let them know. Let them know what it is.
I mean, that's some secretive shit. You feel me? Some secretive shit. It's like
so where can they find out? Where can they find out what they need to?
I'm ready to show you. Fuck all that. Fuck telling them. I'm gonna show them.
Okay.
www.12rounds.us. Get your phone out. Go to Safari or go to Instagram. Go to my personal page. Go to the 12 round page. You feel me? That's the 12 rounds if you don't know for real. You feel me? www.12rounds.us. Right, it's going to take you right here for real. Click on the little 3 signs at the top, and it says fighters only. You can either get the no quitters package or the fighter circle package for real. Fighter circle package is only $50. No quitters package is $120 for real. You could either get a 1-month subscription or a 3-month subscription. You feel me? You could either pay monthly, or you could just pay as a bundle for that. You feel me? But you're gonna get an exclusive product that nobody else has for real. Well, that nobody in the public has for real. You're gonna get early releases, and you're gonna get some crazy shit. I don't want to.
All right, last one. Because you told me we was on the phone a couple weeks ago. You hit me on the FaceTime. You said, bro, I'm trying to get on Inside the Rapper Studio. You said, I've been in my rap bag lately. Yeah, you know I was gonna bring it up. So talk to me about that.
I'm ready to drop a single for real. It's called Real Shit Only. All I talk is real shit. Real. I ain't gonna lie, motherfuckers might not like it. Just because of what the fuck I'm saying, because I keep it so fucking real. I don't give a fuck. You feel me? Listen to it. I really don't give a fuck. You feel me? I'm not trying to be on no fucking rap shit. I just like expressing myself. You feel me? And I'm an artist. I'm a Renaissance man for real. You feel me? If I can do it, I'm gonna fucking do it. I don't give a fuck about people's opinions. I don't care about what people gotta say about what. Fucking, you feel me? I'm gonna keep swinging for real. And that's that. You feel me? But yeah, you feel me? I'm working on the tape though for real. Like working on the tape. Just like I say, I just want to put some shit out, bro. I don't care about the feedback I get. I don't care about whatever. I just want to do it for myself.
I feel it. I respect that shit.
Yeah. I'm excited though, bro. I'm excited.
Well, listen, if you ever need an early set of ears on it, you know where to find me. And for all y'all out there with music or media or whatever it may be, make sure y'all don't hesitate. BDJ@TWT. Hold on, let me make sure that's the right email. I told somebody the wrong email. So one time I fucked that money up. Hold on. I think it's BDJ@TWTpod.com. Yeah, BDJ@TWTpod.com. And you can't remember that one, you can do BDJ@fourthquarterhq.com. Hit me on either one of them with your brand, your clothes, your ice cream, your snowball stand, your music, whatever it may be. If you're doing dope shit, we want to hear about it. But Reggie, my guy, appreciate you, bro. Let the people know where they can find you at.
Now you can find me on Instagram, Mr. Mr.Mr.12rounds. Make sure you spell 12 out for real. Don't try to simplify it and do the 1-2 for real. I'm gonna make you work for this shit. You feel me? So spell it all out. The brand page is 12.rounds. Same thing. Make sure you spell it out. www.12rounds.us is the website. Instagram, Mr. 12 Rounds, and TWLVRNDS is the Twitter handle for the brand page. That's where y'all can find me at for real. Like I say, you feel me? I keep shit raw, uncut. It is what it is for real. You feel me? That's just who I am for real. But at the end of the day, bottom line for real, I don't care who you is. I don't care what you're going through. I don't care how you feel about me, how I feel about you for real. I would like to see motherfuckers keep living their life. I would like to see people, you feel me, achieve their dreams. I like to see people not give up on themselves and on their goals and on whatever it is that they wish to achieve in life for real. You feel me? So that being said, yo, keep motherfucking swinging. Don't throw in the fucking towel for real. 12 rounds, that shit. Earn your fucking prize. Fuck what people gotta say. Love yourself and love the people around you right now before it's too late, because time is at an essence.
Shit. Hey, well said, bro. Check this out. It's been a great season. School, I'm not sure how School going to edit this, but he got a very big, very special interview coming up. Yeah, man, this is the last time y'all gonna see me sign off for this season. I'm a little teary-eyed. We'll see if my contract get renewed for season 3. But in the meantime, hopefully you kick out that bread so your commercial could be playing right.
Yeah.
ITRS is brought to you by SwayzeTV. It's just fucking television. And Working Title Podcast. Catch all new episodes 11 a.m. every Monday morning. Back to the show. We are back live and in action here on ITRS inside the Rapper Studio. I am not Jordan BDJ Taylor. I wish I was. He's a popular guy. I'm just simply the old host of this show, Scoreswayze, back in the flesh, robe and all. Today is the very last episode of season 2 and the very last interview for season 2. And who better to wrap it up than the world's busiest man in this city? Artist, rapper, model, pretty stylist. Pretty sure he has what's the term? Motivational speaker. That's on the way as well, right?
I would like to think so. I don't like doing public speaking, but I would definitely like to think of my music as a form of motivational speaking for sure.
So we'll count it. Motivational speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, I need a round of applause from everybody in this fake studio audience for the one, the only, Al Rogers Jr. How you feeling today, Al?
I'm doing pretty good. I woke up pretty early. I had a long ass day yesterday. I was working on a film set, doing wardrobe from 3 p.m. to 7 a.m. So yeah, like the last 3 days I done worked like 50 hours, no lie. Yeah, so it just feel good to have today off, tomorrow off, and then Memorial Day off, and then on Tuesday I'm back on the set.
Right, back on the scene like it's nothing new. So how every episode and every interview within ITRS inside the Rapper Studio starts It starts with an origin story told from the other side of the screen. So could you tell us all here on scoreswayzeTV and out there in YouTube TV land how everything got started for the artist we all know and love as L. Rogers Jr.?
So everyone has an origin story. My origin story started probably after I dropped out of school. I dropped out of high school after repeating ninth grade twice. A lot of people don't know that. I never finished high school. I got my GED. So like just being at home at like 15, I had a lot of time on my hands. And I had a lot of angst, a lot of aggression, a lot of frustration. Because when I was young, I was just a hi-hat. So the channel that I started writing poetry, and poetry led to me creating music. And when I first started, I wasn't a solo artist. I was in a group. The group was called Peaceful Money. Not the best name, but but we definitely had the tunes, you dig? Like we had a whole situation going. You know what I mean? The sonics was sounding right. But yeah, that was short-lived, maybe like 3 years in the making or so. And then I started making my own music. And I'm still cool with the members of the group. It's like my cousins and shit, for real, like my blood cousins. So it's still family. It's all love, and it's a swoozy thing. You feel me? So it was no love lost there. It was just like, like being in a group and then being a solo artist is like you just have like more freedom to express like who you are and what you represent, what you care for, how you feel, you know what I mean? So on and so forth. But yeah, so it's been over 10 years I've been building this thing up, and now it's just like it's not even just music then turns to so many other things.
So I also want to speak on the note that you actually had a group and now that it's like solo. I had like two things. This is the first thing. So when it comes to group work, especially with like family and things like that, we all know like family business is literally a sliding scale. It's either it could go
Yeah.
really good, you could be the Jacksons Fives, or it could be really bad and just end up like the Browns. So well, how would you compare it in terms of like working with family in comparison to working by yourself and now you have like your entire domain to yourself?
So it's some fiends outside and shit, nigga, motherfucking
It's
arguing
Baltimore. We
about
know the
something, you know what I mean? So if you hear that, that's what that is. But
huge applause for the Fiends, of course.
yeah. Honestly, being in a group with family members, it taught me, I would say, a valuable lesson about like just camaraderie and teamwork, and actually like building something and not having like full control on something. So it's just like you like have to trust in the person next to you to like build this vision, that like build this concise vision that everyone shares, you feel me? Versus like being a solo artist, sometimes like you have to like take a couple of steps back and take a break from the music or whatever you're creating, and like live life a little bit, and just like, you know what I mean, like plant your seeds, let them grow and shit, so you can like actually like have like more to talk about, uh more to express, like more to share and shit. You feel me? Versus like being in a group with two other people and it's just like you can speak your piece and they speak theirs and it's a collaborative like effort and shit. You feel me? Whereas though with a solo artist, it's like you say what you say and that's just that. You feel me? So yeah.
The second half of that is what I call it in terms of like the youthful anger, the angst, especially as like a young black man living in Baltimore City. And
absolutely,
when we see Al Rogers Jr. today, like breaking fourth wall, I saw this guy at yoga, legit my first yoga class, and I was like, oh, that's fucking Al Rogers. So like to have that like kind of like 180 in comparison to like who you was as a youth to where you are as a young black man. How was the transition and what inspired the pretty much flipping the switch in terms of like perspective?
So I am a firm believer that anyone that's from Baltimore County, Baltimore City, wherever in Baltimore you're from, you live 100 different lives before you come into adulthood. So from the ages of like from 7 to adulthood and shit, I feel like I was so many like different people. I lived through so many like different fucking struggles and triumphs and shit, and it shaped me and formed me into who I am today. But if I could pinpoint one particular thing, it would have to be the activities that I got into that made me this way. So again, when I was younger, I was angry and I wasn't always a leader. I was like I used to follow after the people that I thought was cool and shit, and oftentimes it led me down like the wrong path and just like in the wrong situations, and you look at yourself and shit like, damn, I kind of did this to myself. And usually when a person is in a fucked up situation, 9 times out of 10, they put themselves there for real. You know what I mean? That's a fact. So just like self-reflecting and that allowed me to kind of distance myself from the people that I was associating myself with when I was a teenager and shit. And I had picked up like different activities like boxing. Like I boxed for like a year and that helped me get a lot of aggression out. I had started skateboarding and shit because when Lupe Fiasco first came out, when Kick Push first came out, I was like, I gotta get a fucking board. So he was the one that inspired me to pick up a skateboard and shit. So when I started skating, you know, I was hanging out with all these different people and shit, like people that I never would have crossed paths with. You feel me? So once that happened, it opened up my world to a whole bunch of different things, not even just people, but like my daily experiences, like the things that I was listening to and shit, like what was once like the fucking Dipset, G Unit, Jeezy and shit turned into like fucking the Jimi Hendrix Experience and fucking Common and Three Stacks, The Love Below, like just like different shit. You feel me? The Beatles, fucking Abbey Rose. Like I would like I should started listening to a whole bunch of different things, and it opened up like my life palette. Like, you know what I mean? So I was just like, all right, it's a lot more out here than just like what like you would consider to be cool just coming up as a young black nigga from Baltimore and shit. You feel me? So yeah, I would have to say like my experiences changed from the activities that I was involved in, and the change of my surroundings and shit, like whether if it was people or the places I was going and shit, for real. So yeah.
So we have to talk about the brand that is Schwooze. It's everywhere. You're it's almost forced on you at this point. Like I walk out the house, I see nothing but the lean, and then it's just like, wow, how is this man in every speck of the eye within this city? First time I seen L. Raj Jr. perform, I want to say it was at 808. I'm not sure. It was like the
Shout out to K.
like you shouts out to K. I'm pretty sure you did like the Breathe and Stop song.
Yeah.
And like that was the first time I was like, wow, this is like a lot of energy. This is really good. I like where this is going. And then I think like a year later, it was just like billboard, tourism. Niggas in Colorado. And it's just like, holy shit, like this just really just pops off anywhere. You know what I mean? So describe to us the origins of the word schwooze and how it expanded in this mushroom cloud of an explosion.
So yeah, Swooze was originated by the original members of Peaceful Money, aka the Sapiens. We used to go by so many different names, but Swooze, yeah, the Sapiens, like, yeah, just on some like, but it was spelled like SAP 13NS, like, you know what I mean?
Oh
Because
man, that's very
13
MySpace.
is
I
a
love it.
powerful number and shit. You feel me? But so we went through a lot of different phases before, like, the word swooze was always lingering because we always just thought the word sounded cool. But the actual meaning is something that I created after living life a little bit and creating music that I felt like needed to, what am I trying to say? Like, just creating music that I felt like motherfuckers needed to hear and shit. When you create something, I think it's important to build just build the foundation for that one thing to stand on. You know what I mean? Like how like you might have like somebody like Hove and shit, right? And uh the thing that he built is Rock Nation. Like, shout out to Dame Dash. It was once Rockefeller, but like you have to like literally build like your castle. You know what I mean? Like Swooze is literally like a building block. You know, I heard this analogy is like when artists when they work on their craft is like building up your castle so that you can live in it and shit. You feel me? So Swooze is like literally Swooze is bigger than me. It's bigger than my cousin Dre, my cousin Dom, my cousin Mike, my cousin G. These are all the people that like when the word like first originated, these people were around. Like it's bigger than all of us. You feel me? It stands for something. It stands for love, peace, benevolence, prosperity, unity, and all around togetherness and shit. And when you think about it, when anybody think about it, when they see the word, I want for it to be like it's like this common theme. I'm like I'm about to say the word again, but like camaraderie. Like you don't have to be like we don't have to be brothers or sisters for us to share camaraderie. It just has to be like a mutual respect. Swooze is like is like, you know what I mean? Like looking at somebody, right? And understanding the power that they got and like not letting that like affect or taunt or uh dim or like diminish whatever the power that you have and shit. Cause usually in shit, like people just be feeling threatened and shit for real. Swooze is like it's for everybody and shit. Is not just me. It's a way of life and shit. You feel me? It's a lifestyle. Um, I pretty much wanted to like make something that like when like people think of love and shit, you know, like you think of Swooze. So it's just like it's it's just like saying love and shit. You know what I mean? Like just like showing love. You know what I mean? That's the like that's like what it means in layman's terms and shit for real. I'm very grateful that it has grown to be as big as it's gotten. Um I ain't expect for it to be this big and shit because again, I've been making music for a long time. I never had a deal. Everything that I've done like been straight up on some fucking on some like some old school shit, like some word of mouth performing outside in the streets and shit, like just on some shit. Like I mean, like I don't have like a big ass like uh fucking machine behind me, like you know what I mean, like pushing out, like making me push it out or like funding me or none of that. It's just me. You know what I mean? Is literally what I've built is built off of love. That's it.
Speaking of love, with like how everything's being perceived within the brand, you also have something that helps not just you, but also the community around you, which is the Swoozy clothing swap.
Yes. So the Swoozy Clothing Swap is my nonprofit, which is called Swoozy Community, and Swoozy Clothing Swap is just one of the services that we offer. And my reason for starting that was pretty much to promote reverse capitalism. And what that means is like I want to give away nice clothes so that people can wear nice clothes and feel nice or have nice clothes and be like, oh, I can sell this shit. I mean, for whatever. You can sell it on Grail, Depop, eBay, wherever you sell clothes, and you could get money for something that you got for free. I mean, we done gave away brand new Nikes, brand new Jordans, Adidas, fucking Supreme, like Stussy. We done gave away Prada. We done gave away Gucci. We done gave away whatever you can think of. Like if I can get my hands on it and I don't want it and I can't sell it, like um it's like a grace period that I give myself when like I come across certain things. Like if I'm trying to sell it, I give it away if it doesn't sell. And then also I've built it up like I've built it up just by like constantly throwing these clothing swaps. So it's like it kind of created like a what's the word? Like it's like people, I can't think of the word that I'm trying to say, but people like know what the purpose of the swap is, so they come correct. Like people don't just be giving away like fucking anything, like some dirty socks or some shit. People know that like it's the fucking Swoozy clothing swap, so I'm gonna give away something nice and shit. You feel me?
Right.
So if you come to the swap, you liable to find like, I mean, just nice shit. Again, so that you can feel nice because you know, like when you feel fly and shit, like you feel good. You know what I mean? Like when you feel like not everybody and shit, but if I look bummy and shit, chances are I'm not having the best day for real.
Right.
I'm gonna keep it a stack with you.
Absolutely.
But like you know what I mean? It ain't gotta be fucking new clothes and shit like that. I'm probably one of the most frugal people you'll ever meet and shit. Like I don't spend I don't spend a lot of money at all. Hence the reason why I have a fucking a donation based you know
Right.
what I mean fucking service. Like I don't spend a lot of money. You know what I mean? So yeah, like just like having things and shit. Like it's important to have things and treat yourself right and shit. Cause like one thing I've realized when it comes to adulthood and shit, whether if you got kids or not, is like it's important for us to take care of ourselves and shit and like treat ourselves and shit. Because when we don't do that, we lose sight of the things that we enjoy, the things that make us who we are, uh, the things that can promote growth within us, like just like eating right or like just treating yourself. You feel me? Like it ain't gotta be like super technical shit. Like just like doing things for yourself is important.
Right. So one of the things I definitely have to talk about is one of the highlights of last year. Obviously, everything shut down. We usually have places like this is a very musical city. It
Yeah.
isn't necessarily like spread out that
Crazy
way
right
in terms of the country, but this is a very
Mhm.
musical city. So once places and venues start shutting down, it's kind of hard to still get that music. But one thing you did was still provide performances, still provide music. Talk to us about
Absolutely.
the band. Talk to us about how like the Outside series started and how everything just came about.
All right, so that whole situation started through Creative Alliance. They host a series, it's called the Sidewalk Serenades, where they have like they have a membership. So like they not for artists, but for like um um
Patrons.
like for patrons and shit. Yes. So they have a membership for their patrons and they book a artist to do these sidewalk serenades, and the patrons can like pretty much book you to play in front of their house and shit. Yeah, right. So that shit is dope. So that's how it first started. And the first one we did 6 shows in a day. And then they had booked Zadia, and she pretty much like she flipped the game upside down. She was like, all right, shout out to Creative Alliance, but I'm gonna take y'all blueprint and do it my own way, because like you know what I mean, like good can be better, and you don't really need like you don't like you can do whatever you want to do on your own terms by yourself and shit for real. Shout out to Creative Alliance though, like those my people, much love to them. But yeah, like you don't need a venue to go outside and play shows and shit. So Zadia had did the Vacants tour. She had did the West Baltimore tour first, and that was like 7 stops or something like that. And then she did the East Baltimore tour, and that was like around the same amount of stops. And after that, we was just playing like fucking out like hella outside shows. And recently I got booked by Creative Alliance again, and that was for 8 shows. And yo, we was tired as fuck. Like that whole day was just like a lot of running around and shit. But shout out to my band because they held it down. Shout out to Josh Stokes. That's my drummer. Shout out to Brandon Woody. He's a trumpet player, an amazing trumpet player. He also has his own band called Upendo. And shout out to my keyboardist. His name is Troy Long. So yeah, we was just like riding around. Yo, we performed in front of like literally like the most like randomest of people. Like we yo, listen to me, bro. Yo, we went to motherfucking, we had went around Roland Park where the Miss Shirley's is.
Yeah.
All right, so it's a community. It's an elderly community in Roland Park called Roland Springs, right? We ain't, so look, when when the people from Creative Alliance, when their patrons book you, it just says their names and the times that you have to go to this person's house with their address. So all we had was the name. We ain't know like who these people were or anything for real. You have to call these people before you pull up and play and shit. So we pull up and shit like, and yo, I promise you, it's an elderly community. We performed in front of like 15, 70-year-olds, yo. The lady that booked this was probably the youngest one. She was like maybe in her 40s or her 50s or something like that. And her husband was pretty young too. But yeah, like the whole community was white and elderly, yo. So it was like, it was a true testament of our art, like just like our art and shit. You feel me? Because like being able to perform in front of your peers is one thing and shit, but like performing in front of like old ass white people, 9 times out of 10, it'd be a disconnect, right?
Right.
No, it wasn't. Niggas niggas killed that shit. That shit was lit. Had them old ass white people dancing. That shit was like a fucking skit from the Chappelle show, my nigga. I lied to you not. So yeah, like that's the power of like of what Swooze is, you know, love, peace, benevolence, prosperity, unity, and all around togetherness. You could look like me, you could look like you could look like a old ass white person, man or woman. Like if you catch the groove and shit, I mean, then we family and shit. So yeah. And that wasn't even the wildest show. Like
Something tops that?
No, I'm lying. That wasn't a wild show, man. It was definitely like it was just an experience, because like just pulling up to these people's houses, you don't know who this person is, who they're bringing out to watch you fucking perform. So it was just like you could be performing in front of a few kids, you could be performing at a cookout. Like we performed at this girl's cookout, and that shit was lit for real. It was cool. Like it was like just performing in front of your peers and shit for real, because she was like around my age or so, and like all of her friends was there, and that shit was just cool. And like a few of the shows was private, and the shows that were public, meaning the people that booked us didn't mind if we invited folks out and shit for real. Those were my favorite shows, because it was like mixing the people that booked us and their crowd with like our fans and shit for real. So it was just like a whole, like, you know what I mean, just like a function and shit.
Right. So I don't know if the story is out. The story kind of leaked because I love you for the death. What's going on with this project?
All right, so U4 is a fucking legend, bro.
Absolutely.
Yo, I am honored, and enamored with his work and just who he is as a person. Like talking to him, like just being a friend and shit. He laid back, cool ass dude. But if you know your history and you know like what SoundCloud used to be and shit, and just like his origin story from being a Baltimore uh club producer and turning that into like what he makes now and shit is insane. It's really crazy. Like when you think of people like Sango or K Tronada or Tech Lon or this person or that person and shit, U4 is in that conversation too. You feel me? So yeah, it's an honor. The album, I don't know if it's an album yet. I keep saying album because it should feel like an album. The music feels like an album, but that shit might be like 6 or 7 songs. It might be an EP. I don't know for real. But it's called Beautiful, and it's spelled like the Baltimore way, you feel me? BEWDIFUL.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. You feel me? Like the title is called Beautiful because I believe like the sonics is beautiful. It feels beautiful, but it's very opposite to what people know me for. You know what I mean? When you hear me, you think of like soul alternative rap, like some dance shit. This is straight up like hip hop. Like this shit is like it's raw as fuck. It's just like it feels refreshing to get back to this point because this is where I started at. You know what I mean? So it feels good to be back at this point. But I'm also like working on several other tapes that all have different feelings and shit. But this one I am dedicating to my origin and like the things that I grew up on and shit. You feel me? So it's very raw. Is not pretty at all. Is not happy. Um it's beautiful can be a lot of different things because it's subjective,
Right.
you know. I mean, so yeah, like the sounds itself is like is not quite like identifiable. It's just like you know how U4 be chopping shit, and it's not even a lot of samples. Like he on his original shit with this one for real. Like so, it's like we kind of created a whole new sound for real with this one. So I'm excited for people to hear it.
Do we have a date? I don't want to get too journalistic with this, but
I wanna. All right, so I don't want to jinx myself. I'm trying to release something this summer, but it's not going to be that. I'm trying to release like a EP this summer, and the reason why I'm not dropping Beautiful this summer because it doesn't sound like summertime at all. Like the shit, I told you what it sound like for real. Like none of those things that I characterize it as is like summery shit for real. Like you know what I mean, like it's just like that's not the vibes that Beautiful is given. So one thing like that I know for certain is that it's not coming out until like late fall. You know what I mean? Because that's just what it sounds like. You know what I mean? But for the people that fuck with me, you know what I mean, and the people that like follow my moves and follow everything that I'm doing, they can expect for something to drop from me this summer. Whether it be EP, a couple of fucking throwaways, a few videos, whatever. I'm definitely like planning to drop some new music soon because it's a lot of shit happening for me, and I haven't dropped no music this year. So just like I'm thinking to myself what it's going to look like when I actually drop music. I feel like the shit is going to be like magnify. Everything that I'm doing is just going to magnify, and it's going to open up even more opportunities and shit. So right now I'm just like kind of like, you know, like just doing shit. You know what I mean? Just getting my business like acclimate together. The same thing that I was doing last year, but actually like doing it with a bit more of a purpose this time around. Cause I was talking to a friend and I was telling her that like you can do something, right? You can make a business move in January, right? And the shit won't come into fruition until like fucking May or some shit like that. And you can use that as leverage to whatever you got going on. So for these first couple of months, I just been, you know, just doing like different shit like at on the business end. So when it does come time for the music, the rollout is just going to come natural because I'm already like the ball is already rolling. Like, you feel what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So yeah, that's where I'm at with it.
One thing I like to always say, especially to like in terms of like what I've been doing lately, everything is rollout. It's subconscious and conscious.
Everything, yo.
Everything is rollout.
We are art, bro.
Absolutely. So
we create it, but you know what I mean, like what you got going on. What Jay-Z said, yo. He said, I'm not a business man. I'm a
business man. Let me handle my business. Damn.
Damn. You feel me? Like, yo, like that's a fucking fact. That's a fact, yo. You know what I mean? And being a freelance artist, whether if you work or not, if you're an artist, you're 9 to 5. That shit don't even matter. It's just to feel whatever you got going on. You know what I mean? So exactly. Me, I'm a freelance artist, so the shit that I do is like I gotta do so that I can pay rent and eat and shit. So it's the same thing. It's just on two different sides of the spectrum and shit. But when I wake up and when I create, when I do whatever it is that I'm doing and shit, it's like it's not me handling business. It's me like literally trying to just trying to better my life because my life is my business, you know?
Right.
You know what I mean? But yeah.
So with all that wrapped up, of course, this is the very last episode of season 2 of Inside the Rapper Studio, ITRS, as I shortened it for the people that are lazy. One thing we used to do back in season 1, literally like around like episode 5, 6, 7, is we always close it off with any last words, any last promotions, any last propaganda for the people.
All right, look, school water was murky, teachers was hella irky. Attention deficit had the schoolboy try and hurt me. I had a bad stutter, my classmates' words hurt me. Probably did more fighting than I ever did learning. I was misguided, had to steer clear of serpents. Used to boost from Nordstrom, so I was clean as... I'm chill. Yeah. Whatever I got to say, y'all gonna hear that shit on Beautiful for real. Yeah, yo.
Absolutely. Well, Al Rogers, it has been an honor. I appreciate this conversation. I appreciate your time and effort. You are a busy man, so I appreciate you slicing out a day of your time to have a conversation with us here at ITRS. People at home, I appreciate you. It's been a long as 25 episodes, and trust me, I cannot wait to go on summer break. So,
much love, Swayze. Thanks for having me, bro.
Don't sweat it, man. From here at scoreswayzeTV, huge shouts out to Working Title Podcast for even presenting season 2 of ITRS. A biggest shout out, probably bigger than I could ever imagine, to the best host in the world, BDJ. Thank you so much for hopping on board for ITRS, being the best host I could ever ask for this show. A lot better than me, because most of the time I just be nodding and just listening to shit. You're actually interactive. So huge shouts out to BD. Huge shouts out to the entire city of Baltimore. Things are on the up and up. We're all literally wrapped up with rockets ready to blow. So it's only a matter of fucking time. So from your host, Score Swayze, and from your greatest television show of all time, ITRS, I would like to thank all of you. And of course, we'll see you when that other show comes on.
No doubt. Peace.